Hi, this is Lisa from Clarksville-Montgomery County Public Library. Today we're going to do a craft with origami. And we're going to make an envelope, and inside the envelope you can either put a note to Santa or you can write directly on the envelope. So let me show you what they look like. This is done on construction paper, but we're going to use just regular paper today. And then I have two other reindeer, one I colored before and one I colored after I folded it. And origami is just folding. That's what it is. We're going to be folding paper today. And then I have a reindeer where his antlers are right on the paper. Here I have one of my favorites, little penguin. And here I have a polar bear. So you can make any one of these with the same origami that we're going to make right now. So these are the things you're going to need. You're going to need a piece of paper. If it has some lines on it, that's okay. It'll give you room to write some stuff. This is for the antlers. If you decide you do want to do the reindeer and you want some antlers, you could also just color a piece of white paper and tape that on the back. We're also going to need crayons. And we're also going to need scissors, which is the first thing that we're going to start with. So make sure you ask your caregiver if it's okay that you use scissors. If not, maybe they can cut for you. And we're only going to be cutting one time until we get to the antlers. So the first thing you need is a piece of paper. Now, what shape is that paper? That's a rectangle. Well, most origami, when you do origami, you need to start with a square. So we're going to make this rectangle into a square. And you know how we're going to do it? We're going to do it with a triangle. So the first thing we're going to do is fold up the paper in the corner until it's exactly aligned with the other side. And as close as you can get, the better, because origami is pretty precise. You need to be right on it. Okay, so see, I made a triangle right here. You see my triangle? Now we're going to cut off this extra piece right here. So that's the first thing you do. And I'm just cutting right along that line there. What shape do I have? I have a square now, and that's what we're going to start with our origami, which is, like I said, folding. So the first thing we're going to do is fold that back up. So we're going to have that triangle again. See that triangle that we have? Then we're going to fold down the top part of the top piece of the triangle right here. And we're going to fold that down right to the center of the bottom. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to push it in nice and tight. Make a nice seam. You're going to push hard on there. So this is what we have so far. So that, see, that back part stays up and that front part comes down right to the middle. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this side over and then this side over. So I'm going to do one at a time and then show you. We want that seam to be right along the bottom here, as even as you can get it. And I went a little above, when I folded over, a little above that area right there. So it folds right over there. A little past the center. Now we're going to do the other side. And we want to match it along the bottom. And have it equal at the top. So we want our folds to be about the same height right here, and even on the bottom. So now I have those two folds. Well, the top fold, I'm going to bring this back over here and leave that one down. So I'm going to fold this back right to the corner, like that. But then I'm going to bring it back in, because I'm going to open it up. So I'm going to move it back here. And then, this is the tricky part. You open it up and make like a little beak. See that? So I folded it back, and then I opened it up right in the middle. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to tuck this down. Now, depending on what you're making, if you want to make a bear, it's probably best to have the whole nose there. If you're going to make a beak, you'll want to make it half. You'll want to fold this piece in. And I'm going to show you that. See how I just folded that piece in right there? See, it makes like a little beak. You can also use it for any kind of nose. It just depends on how you want it to look. I'm going to pop that back out because I'm going to have, actually I think I'll leave that in there like that because that looks good. Now the last thing we're going to do is fold the top down. Mine isn't quite in the center, so I have to move it over a little bit more so it hits right in the center. So mine didn't match up completely. So what I did was I needed that bottom triangle right in the center. So I just folded it over just a little bit more. So when I fold this down, it'll tuck right in. So I'm going to tuck that in. And there we go. There's the basis for your envelope and your little Santa's helper. Well, it's a very nice envelope, but it's not really a creature, is it? So I'm going to make a reindeer. I'm going to make one just like this. So I'm going to color him whatever color I want. And I'm looking out, I think I'll make him a brown reindeer. So I'm going to color him and color him. Color all along. You can make them whatever color you want though. If you want a purple reindeer with pink polka dots, you go ahead and make a purple reindeer with pink polka dots or a pink reindeer with purple polka dots, whatever you like. I'm going to do the standard brown reindeer. And then I'm going to have a red nose because mine's going to be Rudolph. But you don't have to make Rudolph. You can make any one. That's purple. I'm going to make more of a red nose. Don't quite want a purple nose, but you know what? A purple nose would be just fine if that's what you wanted. Mine's a purplish red nose. And then, doesn't quite look right. What's missing? Let's compare. What's missing? He needs eyes. So let's go ahead and put in some eyes. So I'm going to give him some black eyes. And eyes can just be circles, round and round in circles. And I leave a little bit in the center so it looks like light is hitting it. So, and I think I want some eyelashes. I think everybody needs eyelashes. So I'm going to put in some eyelashes. And I think he needs some ears. So I'm going to make some ears. I'm going to use some brown in the corners just to give him some ears. And then on the inside of the ears, sometimes they look a little pink on animals. So I'm going to put pink in the inside of my ears. So that's my reindeer so far, but he's still missing something. What is he missing? Antlers. He needs some antlers. So that's what we're going to use. You can either use white paper and color it brown or use construction paper. And I'm going to use a piece of construction paper. And there is no right or wrong way to make antlers. They can be big, they can be small, they can be pointy, they can be round. They can be however you want it. I am just going to cut 2 pieces. Oops, cut another one, 3. I'm going to cut 2 pieces of paper. And I am just going to kind of make them crookedy. That's a technical word, crookedy. So they look kind of like a deer's antlers, like a reindeer's antlers. That looks pretty good, huh? And I'm going to do the same thing to the other one. Just cut little pieces out so it looks like antlers. I'm going to round them up a little bit, thin them out at the bottom. I'm just trying to imagine what reindeer's antlers look like. I think I'll cut a little bit more from there. And they can be whatever you want them to look like. And if you have other pieces of construction paper at home that aren't brown, any color will work. So I'm going to take these two, and they aren't exactly the same. And no two antlers are exactly the same, so you don't have to worry about that. And then I'm going to take tape, and I'm just going to tape them on the back. Now it looks like a reindeer, doesn't it? Now what you can do with this, there are two ways you can use it. You can either put your note in here for Santa, or if you don't have another piece of paper, just open this up, write on it, and then you get to fold it again. But this time it'll be a whole lot easier to fold. And you'll fold it back up, and your note will be in there for Santa. Or for anybody else at Christmas time. Anybody would like to get one of these. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so you could either make the reindeer, or you can make the penguin, or you could make the polar bear. Well, I hope you had fun making this, and enjoy writing your letters to Santa. Thank you.